Today's video, we're going to be going over a comparison of West Palm Beach to Miami. Maybe you're considering moving here to the Southeast Florida area. For the most part, this video is going to be a data video. I want to show you stuff a little bit later just on the price points that you're going to be looking at for the same type of property. So what I did was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, a minimum between 1,800 square feet and 2,200 square feet that's not on the water. So this will just give you an idea, okay, this is the kind of home that I'm looking for. Depending on where you are, it's going to cost more or less. That's what this video is about. Now, as a side, my thoughts on West Palm Beach and Miami, and I've lived close to in both of them. All right, I've lived in West Palm Beach and I've done some stints down in Miami. To me, they're very, very similar. What is similar about them? They both have great shopping. You should be able to find the same kind of like really high-end shops in West Palm Beach or Miami. As far as travel is concerned, they both have the Brightline stops. They have multiple Brightline stops in Dade and in Palm Beach. So you can get that Brightline to go to Orlando, or even over to Tampa, or even go back and forth from West Palm Beach to Miami. So I kind of put them on an equal strain there. Now, when it comes to traffic, they both have traffic. But when you talk about Miami, Miami is another level of traffic that I am not a huge fan of. Now, some people, it makes it worth it for them to be in Miami to deal with the traffic. Or maybe they just live there and they don't have a car, and that's fine. So I just want you to know that as far as shopping, travel, and the congestion is concerned, I look at them about the same. Now, Miami's airport is larger, absolutely. But the West Palm Beach airport is my favorite airport in the world as far as international airports are concerned. You're not going to be able to get those direct flights to Heathrow or something like that, but you can just go down to Miami. So I think they both have great proximity. And even if you're in West Palm, you can go down to Fort Lauderdale. So digging into the data, this is hopefully what you came for. Now, this is a minimum of a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, minimum 1,800 to 2,200 square feet. Now, you can see this little virus-looking thing here. This is the active units and sold units, but I boiled this down. Again, this is not waterfront. Now, what does this tell us? The closed units, I know there's a lot of data going on here, but the closed units, they sold for an average of $292 price per square foot. All right, so that's that 3-bedroom, 2-bath between 1,800 and 2,200, not on the water in West Palm Beach. That is going to be around $292 a square foot. What is that average price point? It's $554,000. So if you want to move to West Palm Beach, just as an average 3-bedroom, 2-bath between 1,800 and 2,200 square feet, you're going to be looking around $555,000. Okay. Now let's look over here at Miami. It's much farther south. Wanted to give you an idea of where it is. Your West Palm Beach is up here, and then Miami is down here. All right. So the same criteria I put in. Now, what's the big difference that jumps out here? We went from the $290 to $396. So it's about $100 per 1 square foot of difference for that same type of home. Also, look at the average sale price, $742,000. So you're talking almost $200,000 more for the same product. So this is what you really want to ask yourself if you want to move to Miami, you want to be closer to the action. I get a lot of these people coming back, hey, there's nothing going on up north. Well, it depends on what you want. So if you really want to be close to that, just know that you're going to pay about $200,000 more for that same home. Now let's do another little study here. Let's take a look at the high range. So in West Palm Beach for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath between 1,800 and 22, not on the water. What is the high range? It's about $1,625,000. That's the highest range for the sold price. All right. What does Miami look like? Miami is $2,495,000. So you're looking about $1 million difference on the high side. So this is what you want to ask yourself. I'm thinking about moving to Southeast Florida. What is important to you? Is it being really close to clubs and martini bars and foam parties? And frankly, if you take yourself down to Miami, if you're not on the outskirts, the cost of living is going to be higher as well. Rents are higher. Food, I was down there last week actually, and I was like, well, definitely a little different than up north. It just really depends on your taste. Now, you might want to get that feeling of West Palm, of all the action and activity and things to do. Well, it shows you here that West Palm is just, you're looking at around $200,000 less for the same home. You're looking around $100 less price per square foot for the same home, just going about an hour, hour and a half north, depending on traffic. Now, I've done these videos before going from West Palm up to, St. Lucie County and Martin County, and the prices go down as well. Well, I hope that this was helpful to you, that these numbers were helpful to you to at least get an idea of what the difference in price points are. I would love to hear from you below. What do you think about Miami? What do you think about West Palm Beach? What do you think about Palm City or Port St. Lucie? I would love to hear from you because I want to speak to the audience that really cares about the content that I'm putting out, and I want to put more of that content out for those folks. So, hey, let me know below. Hey, and by the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We'll see you on the next show.